I tried to stop that from coming through. Hello, everybody. Welcome to week 210 of Monday's Light Code Sessions. Today is the Wesak Full Moon. We are under the influence of the Wesak Full Moon, probably the most powerful full moon of the year, the most auspicious especially for the Buddhist tradition. And I always look forward to Wesak and to see what's coming through. So we were really blessed that we should be doing the light codes on the day while we are still under the influence of the Wesak Full Moon. Excuse me, I just need to put my earrings on. Today, the first vision that I had during the light codes, because I receive visions while I'm bringing the light codes through. And the first vision that I saw in the Alpha chakra, which is the divine masculine and our soul's direction chakra, was the Buddha laying under the Bodhi tree. You know, the one where he's laying on his side and his head in his hands. This was the vision that I saw as we came into the Alpha, working through the light codes. And in Omega, which is the divine feminine, I saw somebody, an adult or a big being, with a child in their lap and a book. And they were reading the book or, sharing the story with the child, which to me seems like this is more of a, telling the story for our missions to come forward, allowing the missions to open up. The child representing the purpose or the mission. And the book is telling the story of what's going to come through. I didn't see a lot of visions today, and I felt the energy was very gentle. As I was bringing it through, I thought, wow, it's very gentle today. But then I heard this, message, don't be fooled by, well, not be fooled, but, it basically meant that don't be fooled by what seems to be very gentle is probably very powerful. And then talking with the group after, they said it was not gentle, but the codes were coming through so gentle, and the language, the mantras and things were coming through so gentle. In the heart, I saw a light being that I felt looked a bit like goddess, but I don't really want to give it a gender. So there was this deity, if you like, appeared to be kind of goddess-like, and she was, or it was, an amber light. So it was a light body, not just light, but like as if drawn with this amber light for this deity, goddess, goddess energy in the heart space. And there was a mantra that kept coming through quite a bit at that point. Uraha eya, uraha eya, uraha eya, uraha eya. And this, I feel, is to do with recognizing your own great light and amplifying your light, because this makes miracles happen. So if you're feeling a little bit down, you can use this mantra, Uraha Eya, Uraha Eya, Uraha Eya, and keep your awareness in your heart space, because it is recognizing the great light, and that activates miracles to take place. In the emotional body today, I saw Buddha. I saw a Buddha with his hands in prayer position like this. And first of all, I saw this beautiful yellow light glowing from his hands in the prayer position. And then the light began to glow completely through the whole Buddha. And this stayed for quite a while, this beautiful yellow light Buddha, enlightened Buddha energy in the emotional body, which is really beautiful that the emotional body is becoming enlightened. Certainly very peaceful energy today. And from this, I saw another vision that looked, it looked kind of like it had the shape of a obelisk, the shape of an obelisk, but but I felt it was a lighthouse. And from this obelisk lighthouse was this glowing energy that came around it like this, almost like wings or like a heart. I don't know which, but it came out. So it was in the middle and the energies came out like this, like wings. And of course, the obelisk is, you know, the story of the pharaoh, or the life story of the great one, telling the life story, you know, coming from the beginning and coming up to the pinnacle, rising always. The story of our life is taking us, you know, further into higher, to God, to the divine, ascending. And of course, the lighthouse is symbolizing, you know, being that lighthouse. So as we grow, we're taking on more and more light. All of the lessons and the stories of our life are what we are learning through. Recognize them as such, because as you recognize them, then you're able to move through them faster. You take on more light, you're going higher, and you're getting greater stories. After this, I saw, can't remember where I saw it, sorry, so I'm just going to tell you the vision. I saw a big eye. And I knew that it belonged to the falcon, or to a bird. First I knew it belonged to a bird. And then I could see the face from here, both eyes, just this part of the face of the falcon. Very close up, you know, the all-seeing eye of God, the falcon represents, you know, the eye helping us and showing us, opening that brow chakra, being able to see the bigger picture, see from a higher perspective, look at everything from a higher perspective. Don't get pulled down into the drudgery of it all, and allow yourself to tap into that higher part of yourself. I think this was in the higher mental body. And as we continued on, I saw a master, a long, slender master, long white hair, long white beard, kind of Asian-y kind of features, but I knew it was Sanat Kumara. And as from this vision of Sanat Kumara came a vision of what looked like the Himalayas. And in front of the Himalayas was these mountains that looked like the Himalayas, was this, it wasn't really clear, like I couldn't, I can't tell you that I could grasp it exactly, but it was like this etheric outline of a building which appeared to be kind of like a temple. So I knew that this was Shambhala, and that we were being shown this because the masters are very close to us today, being Wesak, and the energy of the masters, which reminds me at the very beginning of the session, I felt the energy of the masters coming in. I actually thought for a while that today's session was going to be more just energetic and not visions. One of the other people in the class today had mentioned that they felt the hands of God at the very beginning, and one of the others also spoke about seeing this temple that was that as she tried to focus on it, it kind of disappeared. So it's all the same sort of thing, showing us that we, you know, the energies are being poured down upon us today from Shambhala, from where the gathering of all the masters takes place, where the light from this moon, now we are being blessed with this great energy. We don't need to get caught up in what it's doing, but it is bringing greater enlightenment for us if we are receptive to it, if we are able to recognize that everything is a choice, and I will talk about that maybe more in the cards, but everything is a choice. You know, if you feel angry, it's a choice to stay angry. It's a choice to feel peace. It's a choice to feel sad. It's a choice to feel, everything is a choice. So if you can bring your awareness and shine the light on what it is that you are feeling, is that the state that you choose to stay in? Because you can stay in it or you can choose to change it. Okay, I'm not saying it's easy to always change it, but you have a choice. You have a choice to get angry, you have a choice to get annoyed. I had a test this morning where I had no internet, and it wasn't anyway, I had to get that sorted, and then it wasn't connecting, and I noticed myself going, I'm starting to get annoyed, and I went, that's a choice. You can choose to be really annoyed with this situation, or you can step back and just trust that everything's going to be okay, and you're going to get online on time, and you're going to be able to run your class and your light codes. So I stepped back, and I did that, and I recognized that this is a message for all of us. Make a choice to the state that we want to be in. So let's have a look at what came through with the cards today. The first card today is card number 12, which is a card of enlightenment. And what is the message? The message is make a plan. And you can see this masculine and feminine energy here, and all these ideas, and we're going to do this and 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 this. Lots of choices, or this is what we'll do first, and then this, and then this, and then this. And I wanted to talk about this because this has been happening for me, things happening fast. And this looks a little bit chaotic to me. Recently, I have a strong pull to up and leave Egypt and move to India. But I know I need to take my time because for me, things happen fast when they happen. And sometimes they don't always lead to where I think the first idea is. My first idea was actually going back to Australia. So, and then it shifted and it was India. And then depending on, I follow whatever the guidance or pull is. And along that path of being pulled towards something, often other things open up or change direction or slow it down or whatever. And that's kind of happening for me at the moment. I know I'm still going to India, but a few things have changed around that already, as in, not necessarily selling up all my stuff, but subletting my place and, different things. So what I wanted to say here is make a plan and follow it. Follow the first step. You don't know what that's going to open you up to. It's going to open you up to something else. And I've always done this. I want to open a shop in this part of town. And I'm adamant, this was way back in the 90s, I'm adamant I'm going to have a shop in this part of town. And I pushed and pushed and pushed and went through all the motions, and it didn't happen. And it led me into another direction, another part of town. And it turned out to be perfect. But the message is to follow whatever is calling you, follow the call, but be prepared to make changes, shifts and changes. Be prepared to, it's okay, I'm going to do a 360 now, I'm going to go in the other direction. It's all okay. The most important thing is to trust the process. The next card is card number 14, which is, intentions of the heart and allowing us to come into our truth and to come into a space of peace and to open up and expand. It is about balance, and it is Archangel Zadkiel. It says the need for balance and moderation, cooperation and compromise. Wait for perfect timing. So I probably wouldn't choose the word wait, but I would say do things, put things in order, make the plan, work towards it step by step. But don't push for a particular time. Know that there is a perfect timing, a surrender to the perfect and divine time of it all. But you do have to do something. You have to know, okay, this is the direction I want to go. I want to do this. Maybe I don't have all the story of how that all comes about, but I'm willing and open to the shifts and changes that will come from that. And in the solar plexus, to do with your purpose, confidence, all of that, letting go of anxieties, we have the cross. This is the cross of destiny. So your path is in the hands of the gods. And today, we have all, saying the gods, meaning, the masters are all there for us, helping us with our destiny, with our movement forward. Surrender through the solar plexus, totally surrender. There is no need for any fears or anxieties. Surrender into that place of peace and know that everything is divinely waiting for you. What is right for you, you cannot miss out on your destiny. Maybe you might miss it this life. Hey, I'm not saying everybody's going to get it right in this life, but eventually you're going to get there. The most important thing is to put things in place to know that you're heading there. I don't know what my destiny is. That's okay. You don't have to know what your destiny is. It's a journey. All of our destinies is a journey. The most important thing is to say, I want to follow that path. I want to raise my consciousness. I want to be you know, I want to hand over to the divine. That doesn't mean I don't do anything. It means I start to put things into place, and I recognize when I'm, okay, that's probably not quite the right path. Okay, let's steer myself back over here or take this turn. Be willing to be guided, be willing to receive guidance and allowing that to come through. And then you will feel excitement, not anxiety. You will feel excitement. And that is confirmed with this one, card number 4. It's in the heart, joy and stability. So if you can get yourself to the place of joy, you will feel stable, and your heart is going to burst open, and everything is going to lead you in the right direction. So getting into that space, knowing that you want to totally surrender and follow your path of joy. In the throat chakra today, the 4 of Cups. And this one really is, the divine is offering you something. So don't be so set on that plan that you've written down. That's what I get from this. Don't be set on, it has to be this way, it has to be this way. Be willing to make changes because there's something else more divine than that. And if something's not working out, that probably means that there is something better. So be willing to go with the flow and allow everything to come. Don't be stubborn. Don't go, it has to be like this. You know, allow yourself to be open to the changes. In the brow, stay out of the fear. This is card number 15, set. It's a shadow side, adversarial ally and trickster. So remember that your ego can always trick you into the wrong direction. So make friends with your ego and work it in the positive. So, okay, I really want to do this. I know that feels uncomfortable. Letting go of the uncomfortable, following the easiest path, the path that gives you the joy and stability. Follow the joy. If there's doubt, don't. Good message. If you doubt, don't. Doubt plants more seeds of doubt. Take charge of the situation. This is Moses again. We had Moses, I think, recently. So parting the waters here. Take charge. Taking charge means, yes, I'm going to put the steps into place. And allow everything else up to the divine. He certainly allowed the divine to part the waters for him. So making way for you to be able to move forward to a better place, to a higher place, to a more divine place, and of safety and, you know, all of that kind of thing. So allowing that to come through. And in the Omega today, which is to do with, you know, the pathway, soul's pathway, we have Amarat Saru. I always think this is cake. Amaterasu. Sounds like a cake. Anyway, it says come out of the closet. And really this is like, come out into the light. Don't stay locked away in the darkness. Are you confused? Come out into the light. Shine the light on it. Ask the questions. Ask yourself, why am I feeling like this? What does this mean? What am I afraid of? What am I scared of? What if this, what if that? You know, whatever is the bit that you are afraid of, ask the questions, shine the light, face it so that it becomes less and less of a problem for you and you can move forward. So come out of the darkness, come out of the confusion, come out of that. And the only way to do that is to align yourself and to ask the questions and face the fears front on. Shine the light on it. So Alpha, the direction. Lu, persistence, he's the sun god. Shine the light on it. Total enlightenment. Enlighten any of the shadow sides. Come out of the closet into the light. Come out of the closet into the light. The same as, you know, shine the light on the shadow side and ask the questions, or say, you know, I can see you there. I can see that you're afraid of blah, 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 blah. So, you know, hey, guess what? I'm not afraid of my fears. Face your fears and shine the light on it and allow them to diminish. So beautiful messages today. Very blessed to have this opportunity to do the light codes at the time of Wesak. And I will see you next week as we are scooting through May very quickly already. See you next week. Bye.